I swear I gotta say this before I start this video, that it is so hard for me to come out to y'all. I'm telling you, this is about the 5th time I tried this video, because it's so important that it's making it as hard as possible. But I'm gonna get it done. I want to talk about meditation, and we're gonna have this discussion about meditation. First off, I want to say that meditation is a part of being aware. The first step of meditation is to be aware. Let me put it like this. Being aware is more than just this, because we can use our eyes to observe visions, and visions only. We can't smell with our eyes. We have to use our nose to see that. And we can't hear with our eyes. We have to use our ears to be able to see that. We can't see with our stomachs. Our hunger, we can't see it. We can only feel it. So we have to use our stomach to see our hunger and our fullness. Okay. Now that I have that said, I want to say meditation, we all do it on a daily basis. And it's just like breathing. Watch me for a second. Breathing is as simple as this. Did you notice? I breathed in clean energy, clean air. It went down into my body. And what happened was it replaced the bad toxins that was in my body, the air that was in my body, and the bad toxins came back out. That's meditation. You have to get to yourself sometimes. Excuse me. Because we're going to hear a lot of this. I had to actually come outside to do this. And we're going to hear a lot of this, so I'm sorry. But the meditation is the ability to be able to sit down and think. Because that's what this nation is going to need at this point, is to think. We do it on a daily basis, all of us. We all do it. We think, we think, we think. But most of us put our time in more positive and more negative energy than we do positive. Say like what somebody said to you 3 weeks ago. People are still dwelling on it. They're still thinking about it. They're still telling people, and they're still telling that person how they hurt them 3 weeks ago. That is what meditation does. It helps us to bring in positive energies and to release the negative energies. Because everything is a connection. You got to believe it. It's all a connection. And this connection is like the body. This body is no mistake. It's not an accident. You know, these here is for a reason. This is for a reason. This is for a reason. This is for a reason. Meditation is the same way. It's for a reason. And we all do it. Subliminally or consciously, we all do it. But the best way to do it is to get comfortable somewhere, and to like when you go to meditation, you can't take thoughts with you. You cannot take thoughts with you when you go to meditation. You have to go with an open mind, and you have to let the thoughts come to you, because it's gonna help you to figure out what needs to be removed out of your mind. Because there's a lot of things that we hold in our minds that we shouldn't have there. Let me say this for a prime example. A lot of us will meditate, and our meditation will tell us, okay, you're with a bad person, whether you be male or female. You're with a bad person, your spouse. And it's not meant that you be together. Now, after our spirits told us that that is not the way for us, we can go and find every excuse in the world to keep being with that person that our spirits are not telling us that we should not be with. That's what's wrong with a lot of us with our inner pieces. We will not obey our our spirits in the meditation, because our spirit would tell us that everything that's not right within us. And this is a part of what they call humbling yourselves. A lot of people think humbling yourselves means that if somebody slaps you, you should turn the other cheek. Or they think that if a preacher starts preaching some stuff that you don't want to hear, that you got to sit there and hear it. That's not honoring yourself. Honoring yourself is obeying your body. When your body says you're hungry, you get up and go eat. Humbling yourselves. When your body tell you that you're sleepy, you go and lay down. You're humbling yourself. Yourself. You know, and all the way to humble yourself is to pay attention to yourself. This is what it's going to take for us to go to the next generation. Because let me tell you something. We're all full of ideas. Every one of us are full with ideas. But let me tell you the problem with us and our ideas. Nobody likes nobody else's ideas. Everybody wants the world to accept their ideas, but nobody wants to accept the world's ideas. We see and we go through it every day. Just like a woman. She feel like, oh, God got a message for me to give the world. And as soon as they go and tell their elders, the elders say, well, sister, you know you're supposed to stay quiet in the church. But for some reason, this elder's wife can get up and say all she wants in the church. I'm not even trying to go there with the church right now. I'm trying to give out a meditation. And I done did 4 videos, and I'm running low right now because it's being taken from me as fast as I can give it to you. It's being taken away. But we as a whole will not be a whole until each individual be a whole within himself. We have to obey our own bodies and spirits. We have to be led by our spirits. Our spirits are our guides. And most people don't want to believe that. They think that their elders or their pastors are their guide. But no, nobody can tell you what you're thinking in here but you. It comes out of you. You think it, you bring it to a reality. Israel don't need finances right now. We don't. We have all the finances we need. We have the black church. We have the Nation of Islam. We have even the Israelite community now. We have the rappers. We have movie stars. We have politicians. Nation, we are rich. Oh, we are a very, very rich nation right now. But the problem is we are not one yet. How do we come to oneness? Is when we become one within ourselves first. We can't collectively make anybody, we can't go and collect anybody to be one nation when we're still not one with ourselves. How can we rule over peoples when we can't even have our household on one accord? Because our household needs to be on one accord just as well. Husband, wife, children, everybody needs to be in peace with one another. I know it's not going to be a perfect peace, but it needs to be a peace. Otherwise, how can these people who are living in these broken homes, keep running out here trying to tell us how to become a nation again when these people don't even know how to run their own homes? You got people out here ignoring their spirits, want to stay married to people when their spirit telling them, no, I'm tired of this abuse. Your body is saying, no, I'm tired of this abuse. I don't want it no more. I'm not going to take it no more. But people will ignore that and stay with that person because of a law, because of finance, because of stability, for all kinds of reasons. They will stay with that person and keep misusing their bodies, keep misusing their minds and their spirits in order to please somebody else. Don't nobody lose but you. You're the only one losing when you do that. So that's why it's so important to meditate. It's so important to walk outside in the elements sometimes and to be aware. Because being aware only helps us. It's a shame how sometimes when I used to be like this when I was younger, I could walk by a $10 bill and never see it. I could be standing there beside it and never see it, and somebody else walk up beside me and pick it up, because I wasn't using this and this. I wouldn't put them together because I'd either be using this or this, but not both at the same time. And we have to learn to use all of our resources at the same time. This is the true way to meditate. There's no certain way to do it as far as should I be walking, running, whatever you're comfortable doing. You can meditate in that stage. And I even heard that it's good to meditate in your journey on, like if you're trying to be a football player, it's good to meditate doing football practice, because that is things like that is what made the lion so great. You know, he meditates in his movements, so when he take off and he run for his prey, 9 times out of 10 he's gonna get it, because he already meditated on this. He already thought about it. He planned each move carefully. We have to do that. We got to stop trying to build a whole nation when we haven't even built ourselves yet. You have to build yourself first. Humble your own self first. Fix up your own home first. Put peace within your body first before you can give peace to the world. How can a person who don't know peace give peace to the world? It's not possible. It's not possible. I hope this video ain't real windy, because I got all this wind going and wouldn't act right up in the house for nothing. So I had to come out here in the elements, which I don't mind, but you know, I know it's a lot noisy out here with the cars coming on the back street back there, the wind, and the people's coming up through in the front right there. So I try to get in a quiet situation as much as I can, but it just didn't work out for me this time. But for everybody who wants to go to the next step, allow me to help. Allow me to help, because I searched one time high and low. I walked and I felt this emptiness within my spirit, and some of you feel this right now, this emptiness, like there's something missing in your life. Learn how to meditate and watch those holes fill up fast, and you won't have these emptiness in your spirit no more, because some of us think a woman can complete us. Some women think their husband is going to complete them, or education is going to complete us. You know, people have all kinds of things. Well, if we start to go to school, we can do this and we can do that. Or, well, if we put this kind of money together, we can do this and we can do that. No, if we put this together, if we put our minds together, grab on the ideas. I hate the fact that 9 out of 10 ideas that are given to us are thrown to the ground. And then it makes me even more madder when we give people our ideas and they tell us, no, they're speaking my words, and no, that's probably not the best idea. Then they go behind our back with our ideas trying to give it to somebody as if it was theirs. We got to move away from people like that. We see these people, we done lived around these people for years. They are our oppressors now. They are our slave masters. The slave master is no longer white. The slave master has given his role unto the Uncle Tom, and now the Uncle Tom is our slave master. He keeps us from going any farther. Our own brother. We are our worst enemy. We are. We love to be, because most of these people out here already made a pact, already made a covenant with evil, that they shall hate any brother who try to get off the ground, so they can become as crabs and pull us back down. And that's what we've been dealing with for the last 100 years. And all you got to do is go buy a new pair of shoes and watch one of your brothers won't even speak to you. Go and buy you a new car. Your sister will throw you a bird. Go and get you something. And watch how fast you learn who your real enemy is. Because we have our elders out here trying to tell us that the white man is our enemy now. And hey, I'm telling you something. I don't believe that. Because I have way more friends to me that was white that treated me much more better than a black man ever did. And I had more black people to do me so much wrong than white people ever thought about doing me personally. I don't know your experience, but I'm talking about my experience now. I can be talking to black folks and look at them wrong, and they'll call the police. Our own people, our own women throw us in jail every chance they get. Our own women, our own men run off upon our children, our own men. So we run around here talking about this white slave master. No, we're our own slave master. We took on that road. And it's going to take us to start thinking to get back where we're going. And this time, I done went way off from where I was supposed to be going. And maybe that's the point of YouTube censoring my stuff as hard as they do. So if you see a hole up in the video, you know it got censored. You watch any one of my videos, you know it was censored. Because this kind of information is what we need to know right now, and we need to know how to go back into our minds, because when all of this first got started, we didn't have nothing but this. I'm talking about way back whenever the earth first got started. We didn't have nothing but this. We didn't have nothing else but this. And everything you see around in the world, we build. And we build still to this day. We build. And it all starts here. Somebody had a dream. Somebody had a vision. Right here. It all started right there. So we need to stop trying to gather up funds and finances and all that kind of stuff right now. We need to stop that. We need to gather this. We need to first get our own, then we need to give it to somebody else and say, let's learn how to use this. Okay, this is not something that we're going to do overnight. But I promise you within the next 5 to 7 years, whenever all of this other bull jive in the world is over and we're ready to go back into our homelands, whenever we're ready to go back into our homelands, we're going to have to be here, because we're going to have to use a lot of this right here to get back up into the world. And if we're looking to the resources of the world to fix ourselves, then how are we going to fix the world when we get back into our own homelands? How are we going to do that if we don't learn now how to use this? So what we are doing, what I'm trying to tell you to do right now, is not something that we're going to see a benefit of overnight. But over time, the benefit would be so much more great. I want you to have this inner peace. And once you get inner peace, then you can see everything for what it is. Then you can start to think and put these puzzles together and things like that. We meditate on a daily basis. Let me say this before I go. We meditate on a daily basis. When we sit up watching TV, we're meditating. We're putting things into our spirit. We're meditating. That's why when we fall asleep, we can dream about what we saw in the movie, because it's still there. When we ride around and we listening to our music, we're meditating. We're allowing this music in our mind. That's why at Christmas time, they always turn the Christmas music all the way up in the stores so everybody can hear it. And now you find yourself with this music up inside of you that you don't even like. It is the one demon that does not need permission to come in your spirit, music. So we have to understand what meditation is and what meditation does to our people. And that is the thing that's going to take us to the next level. That's what's going to make us a nation again. Is when we're thinking, when we're those great thinkers again. We're not great thinkers right now. We're great haters. We're haters of our own kind. We're mad because in the summertime, our women don't want all them doggone clothes on, and she decided to get comfortable and wear some high shorts and this. Okay, some of that stuff they wear, they run out with it. But hey, that makes them comfortable. Let our women be comfortable. Some of our women are being forced to wear all these heavy wraparound clothes, religious clothes and stuff, and they're real heavy. These women are not comfortable all day because they're wearing all these extra baggage clothes and stuff. We got to take the load off of ourselves. We got to take the stress off of ourselves. These little things that we're doing that's stressing our minds, we have to cleanse it. Like this paranoia that I had. I was driving myself crazy with this paranoia, all this talk on Facebook about New World Order and finger camps and all of this stuff had me so paranoid I didn't trust no police. I didn't trust a lot of my family members. I didn't trust no food I was going to buy. I was doing research on everything I decided I was going to buy because I was super paranoid. And I realized I was paranoid. I said, no, this is not me, and I'm not going to live this way. So I learned about meditation, and meditation removed it. It cleansed me. That's what meditation does. It rests the mind. It rests the spirit. It cleanses the mind. It cleanses the spirit, and it renews. It renews the spirit and the mind. It's good for you to grab on to meditation now. Right now, a lot of people are going to have to die before they learn this and have to be reborn again. But it's good for us to learn it right now, because when I die and be ready to be reborn again in the world, I don't want to be a dumb soul. I don't want to be the same dumb soul I was when I was born this time. I want to be a greater soul than I was last time. We got all of these resources, but we don't know how to put them together because we are not one. And meditation will help us to become one. This video was done a whole lot different than I wanted to do it. I need to start doing notes when I get ready to do videos. Because one thing I think YouTube has figured out is I don't do notes, because every video will be different. You know what I'm saying? And I get it from right here when I'm talking to you, but I wanted to show you the sincerity of it, that is coming out of here and not off a piece of paper. I don't preach like T.D. Jakes or Creflo Dollar where they sitting there reading a teleprompter on what they got to say. That's not my style. It's right here, and I want to give it to you straight from there, because that is a good gift. Everything that comes out of here is a gift. It's a great gift, and whatever you let come out of here is a great gift. Offer your gift to the world, but you must first meditate and learn who you is. Find yourself. Get rid of that husband who is not your real husband. Get rid of that wife who is not your real wife. Don't live with people and make yourself miserable for the rest of your life just because you married them, because that's man's rules. Fix yourself, because that's just going to stress you down. And the more of us that's stressed down and oppressed by anything, by a man, a church, or whatever, the more of us that's oppressed with that stuff, the more of us are being held back from our true calling. We're going to get it. We're going to get this world. We're going to get it. But there are steps that we must take in order to get it. And the very first step is cleansing this right here. And the only way you're going to be able to cleanse this right here is if you step away from everything that's cluttering this. Things that make you, when you wake up in the morning, you look at your man and you say, I hate this damn man, then you need to get away from him. You wake up and you look at your wife and you say, I hate this woman. You need to get away from her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes down to the kids, don't be mad at nobody but yourself when you wake up and you say, how did my children become like this? You better think it through, because you did it. Something you did, whether directly or indirectly, you done it. So you just have to deal with that fact, and that's something that you never be able to run from. That's why it's so careful. That's why it's so important to raise your kids. So they say raise your kid while you're young into the Bible, and you should never depart from it. If there was any kind of truth to that, we would already be gone. We would already be in our own homelands and everything else. If there was any truth to that, raise up your kid to be a great thinker, and when he get old, that's all he'll be able to do is think greatly. Okay, it's getting a little bit nippy out here, and my baby's standing at the door waiting on me, so I'm gonna cut this video short. I wish I could have did it a little bit longer. Wish I could have brought a little bit more information, but I feel like you got the point, and till next time.